I'm Battered.
Welcome to Up the More.
You crack me up with that. Sup, everybody?
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going.
It's going?
It's going.
Yeah? What are you doing? On the phone already?
I am reminding a certain someone.
Oh.
So you
Okay.
mind your
gotcha.
own.
If he wants to.
That's what I'm putting on there.
No rush. So what is going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great week so far. I just realized something. Do you realize we are less than 2 weeks away from a certain Christmas holiday?
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe that? And what is this? Day 6 of Hanukkah?
Hanukkah.
Night 6, I guess it is.
Good job.
So,
Good job. Okay, first in the box today was Tyler. Congratulations. Hey, everyone.
You absolutely win nothing. But
you get the first announcement.
you get the first call out.
There you go. First shout out. All right. Second in the box is Cruisers. She said, hey, peeps, working late tonight, so wanted to pop in, say hello, and give a thumbs up, which everybody should be doing, and have a great live. The Beach Live, hey, honey, says, hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday evening to all.
What's going on?
This Us and More posted some random link. If you guys want to join in our live,
This is our hangout show,
there
guys.
you go.
So
Pop it in.
pop in, say hi. Doesn't have to be for the whole show, pop in for 5 minutes and say hi. Love anybody to pop in.
Bob and Tam's Excellent Adventures. Hello.
What's going on, guys?
Glad you were able to join us today. Tyler is saying hi to everybody, and Honey's saying hello back.
Awesome. So,
How was your weekend?
my weekend, well, somebody's birthday was Saturday.
I don't
Or
know
Friday.
whose.
No, Saturday.
It was Saturday,
I
but
can't
I don't know who's.
I don't remember what happened was
None of
yesterday.
whose.
It was yours. So
Not mine.
it was definitely yours on Saturday. The funny thing is, what did you want for dinner Saturday? I was
Okay.
going to take you out.
Yeah, so our typical tradition is whoever's birthday is gets to pick where they go for dinner.
Mhm.
And we've always gone out to eat. That's just what we've done. But I was craving some homemade chicken and taco nachos with like lettuce and some tomatoes.
So we went
and
to
some
the-
Casablanca.
So we went to the Walmart market.
Yeah, I was about to say, see, yes,
Really?
yes.
Hola, peeps.
Got everything we needed.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, graciasito.
That's about as far as it goes for me.
Anyways,
Couldn't make it far. Although I do know baños and
baños.
whatever. And cerveza.
Cervezas.
So, 2 very important things.
¿Dónde es el baños? Sorry. Anyways, so Yes, so that's what I wanted.
So that's what you got.
That's what I got. And some sweet tea.
Yep.
Can't forget the sweet tea. So that was good.
Yeah, we got some of that Walmart sweet tea, which is not as good as the Publix sweet tea, but you know,
Publix,
it's
I think, puts crack in their sweet tea.
no,
Not really. But...
Let me tell you who I think puts crack in their sweet tea. Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Yes.
And sometimes, not all the time, because they don't do it the same every time. McDonald's.
Nope. I knew where you were going with that, and I completely 100% disagree to that.
Really?
I do.
McDonald's, if you go to, okay, so let me explain how their Coke machines. You go to any McDonald's, the Cokes are going to taste the same.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got this absolute flavor down, and it's probably the best Coke mix that nobody
it's
can.
rationed proportionately.
Right. Burger King's not bad, but McDonald's is better.
Burger King is a hit or miss. And
I think their newer machines are good.
Their push button ones.
Yeah.
Those are good, but the old style is not really.
I'll agree with that.
But
magnificent Germany with
Darien.
What's going on? Yes, I know it's Darien. Clearly,
howdy, football as well. Yes.
What's going
now
on?
We're talking about drinks.
We're talking about the perfect mixture of drinks, and we're talking non-alcoholic. But we could talk alcoholic if we would like. But we're going with non-alcoholic at the moment.
Okay. Another one who has the sweet tea down though, it's KFC.
KFC.
I love their.
When the hell did you go to KFC?
They used to have them in Fredericksburg.
I understand.
They would have the tea there.
We did not go to KFC.
I used to go get the tea all the time.
For who?
For me. No, for all of us. But the gallon. It wasn't that long ago.
It must have been your other boyfriend.
Yeah, probably. Whatever.
So, KFC? Are you sure you got that right?
Maybe it was Popeyes. No, it was KFC.
We've gotten Popeyes.
Maybe it was Popeyes.
We don't need a KFC. Well,
I can't either way.
when you did,
then maybe it was Popeyes.
We didn't need a KFC.
Maybe it was Popeyes then.
Because I don't like KFC. I like
maybe
Popeyes.
That's what it was. I know it was the one you like.
Yeah, it's Popeyes then.
But I don't need to remember that.
I
don't have to remember that because.
See? Tony says Jenny likes McDonald's sweet tea the best.
No, Chick-fil-A has the best. Let me tell you, McDonald's can screw it up completely, 100%. If it's sitting even like an hour too long, it's dead. There's nothing.
Bob and Tam's Excellent Adventure says Popeyes has tea.
Yes, Popeyes has tea.
They do.
I love McDonald's sweet tea out of all the major fast food chains. No, you guys. Hardee's, that's right. Hardee's and Carl's Jr. I never had Carl's Jr. has the best tea.
Well,
Hardee's does have, and Bojangles.
Hardee's owned Carl's Jr.
Okay.
Sort of like
Bojangles is good.
Sort of like what is it? Checkers and let's see, it's Checkers.
It's a Checkers and
crap. I don't remember.
Oh, I know it. Hold on, one second. I get it.
Do you remember? I don't remember.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
I know. I can't remember.
We used to go there.
Come on, somebody help me out.
Oh, we used to go there.
What is Checkers? Rallies.
Rallies, that's it.
Thank you.
Okay, listen. If Blaine was in here, we probably would have figured it out a little quicker. Okay, so Bojangles has really good tea too.
Blaine not here.
Yes, Blaine is absent. Rallies, yeah, we got that now. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted.
Tijuana Flash also has great sweet tea. Can't say that I agree, only just for the simple fact that I've only had their sweet tea like twice.
Who?
Tijuana Flats.
Tijuana Flats.
So I've only had their sweet tea like twice, and I mean, I guess it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like right home a note, type thing. But yeah. So okay, while we're on the whole sweet tea, talking about like the southern stuff. I'm from the South, so we have southern tea. So southern sweet tea. That's like so you make a pitcher of tea, and you add about that much sugar, and then you put it out in the sun, and you let it cook. The sun, southern heat, sun tea.
Oh, sun tea. Yeah.
But yeah, no, southern tea just means you went from this much sugar to like this much sugar. Call it good. But you know what goes best with sweet tea?
What?
Barbecue. No, who has best barbecue? If Olivia was still here, they live in North Carolina. I'm gonna say
No,
Ralph's. No, they lived in.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I added the D. They lived in North
Sounded
Carolina.
like.
They lived in North Carolina. So what was the other one? There's Ralph's, and then there's Parker's, and that's the big debate.
There's no debate.
Well, no, I agree. There is no debate, but that is like everybody either loves Parker's and hates Ralph's, or loves Ralph's and hates Parker's.
Well, Parker's is not around where Ralph's is.
No, it's on the other side. So it's like
it's not on the other side. It's Ralph's barbecue is more northeast North Carolina, and Parker's is more in the Raleigh area, like Raleigh, Greenville.
We've literally driven from Fredericksburg.
Yeah, we've done
to
that
Ralph's.
Dinner.
Just have dinner.
Yes.
So
it was like, what was it? Like a
2.5 hour. Yeah, 2.5 hour drive.
I think it was 2.5 hour drive from Fredericksburg.
Yep. Okay, cruise ship sweet tea. Y'all thought on each line. Oh, okay.
Selling my T and K.
If we were doing that, if we were doing cruise ship sweet tea, I think.
Okay, hold on a second. I don't remember any cruise ships having sweet tea.
No, but they've had tea.
Tea, and you have to sweeten it.
Yes. Okay, but that's what we're basing it on, tea. Okay. I think that Carnival's is fresher.
Solomon's in Texas has best barbecue. No.
Okay, hold on. Time out. Any barbecue in Texas is automatically going to win. So that the whole thing just kind of has to like.
No.
It's just
clearly.
You hush. You don't understand. Okay.
No.
You don't understand. No.
I
perfectly.
Perfectly.
No, look, it goes Texas. Okay. And then the competition starts of like, okay, where does the next one fall in line?
No,
that's how
that's
it
not
is.
how it works.
It is. You just don't understand.
The best barbecue is Eastern style North Carolina barbecue. That's it. There is no other competition. That's it.
There's Texas. We had Texas barbecue at our reception.
And it was not.
It was.
Wait a minute. First of all, I didn't have any barbecue at our reception.
No, that was your loss. I was pregnant. I was eating.
It had other things going on that we're not going to get into.
Yeah, we won't talk about the fight this go around. We'll talk about the fight next
That's it. Give up the cliffhanger.
They'll have to come back next week for it.
Sharing awesome sunsets. What's going on?
Okay. But seriously, we even
and
had
vacation adventures with Pam and Rich.
We had Texas barbecue at our wedding. So like clearly goes to show.
It was because I didn't have a choice of Eastern style North Carolina barbecue. What do you try to master that you almost got it down, but not quite just yet? Barbecue in this house.
Because I've mastered everything else.
But that's my point. You see how you mastered everything else, but you can't quite master the Eastern style North Carolina barbecue yet.
So is it bad?
I didn't say it's bad. I said it's not there yet.
My hush puppies were pretty darn good.
Hush puppies are there. I agree. But your barbecue, not so much. It's good, but it's not
All right.
Ralph's.
All right.
What? You gonna go and make barbecue now?
We're gonna
Or can you still eat barbecue? I don't know.
I can still eat barbecue. You hush your mouth.
You better get it.
You hush your mouth.
You
Just
better
know
get
you shh.
Four Rivers Smokehouse. It has awesome barbecue, best in Florida.
No. There is one that's better than any barbecue I've had here in Florida.
Here's the thing. We've got a roadside truck type thing.
Food truck type thing.
Yeah, it's a food truck, except minus the truck, and it's on the back of a pickup truck. With a tent. It's got a tent.
It's got a tent. It does have a tent.
But seriously, these guys have probably the best barbecue next to North Carolina barbecue. I mean, this stuff melts in your mouth. It's that good.
It literally does. And like,
and I'm not big on barbecue sauce, but I love putting their barbecue sauce on it.
Okay, but listen. The thing I love about it the most is it is like Texas barbecue in the fact that you know how like at the bottom of the barbecue, platter, you just slide a little bit. You got all that like juicy grease. That right there. That's what makes that.
Mm-hmm. Lovey's Fat Life channel has great cooks. Yes, I've seen.
Yes.
We are friends with them.
Memphis style barbecue. I have not had Memphis style barbecue, so I can't say anything on that. I will one day. Yeah, it'll get there.
We'll make our way to Tennessee one day.
We really should. Speaking of barbecue, anyone
probably during the summertime because it's cold right now.
Yeah. Anyone a fan of sweet battered corn nuggets? Those are so good that I have to order it every time I see them. Sweet battered corn nuggets.
So
I never heard of that. I know those.
So what was your take on the tea on the cruise ships?
So Carnival has the best fresh tea, and somebody had mentioned something about there being like fountain tea. No, I didn't remember the full comment, but fountain tea is nasty.
Nasty.
It's nasty.
Anybody that wants to join us on our live, by all means, join us.
Fountain tea's nasty.
Fountain tea is nasty.
Yeah, Bob and Tam said the shed in Mississippi, off of exit 57.
You know what I want to try? I know Popeyes. What?
Darian says, wait till you try my homemade barbecue sauce. I'll send you my address and you can just bottle that stuff up, send it right down to me as long as it has no flour, like wheat in it. I'll just message me. I'll give you my address. Just bottle it up. Don't even be nothing fancy. I mean, just put it in some like plastic bags, whatever. Call it good. Okay, you said hi to Sailing Way, Sherry, Jonathan.
Hi to everybody in here.
Okay, Adventures.
Oh, I may have missed Jonathan.
Jonathan Short and the Six Traveling Shorts. Hello, Adventures, Vacation Adventures with Family Rich.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta keep you on track. Oh, it jumped. Memphis in May. If you really want some Q, so many vendors.
Oh, yeah? I mean, it's not bad. I guess it's starting to warm up by then.
Yeah, it should be a little warmer.
Be spring.
Just pack a jacket.
It's more south than Virginia, so it should be.
Agree. Pam and Rich, Mike cooks some great barbecue for sure. Anybody wants to, send me barbecue, I will be here to deliver to receive it.
Oh, here we go. Who we got?
Even if I need to send Rich.
Yeah, Rich.
And Darian says he LOL.
Hey, Rich.
Hello.
How are you? Uh-oh.
Maybe not.
Do we have sound? Can you hear us?
Hey, Dwight and Heather,
There we go. I hear you.
you hear me?
Yeah, I hear
We
you.
hear you now. Hi.
Okay. Well, you're right down the road from me. Just get on 41 and come on up.
Where you at?
I'm up in Ruskin. I'm just north of Bradenton.
Okay, you're not that far.
Yeah.
You're like right
I'm
down
not
the
that far.
street.
No.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
So you're gonna have some barbecue for me when I get up there?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm Mike and I is there a delay?
It was a lag for a second, but you're good. Maybe.
Are you good? Do you have YouTube open in the background? Because that might be messing you up.
Yeah, maybe that's it. All right. Okay. I'm strictly in StreamYard now.
Yeah, there you go. Now you should hear better.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah,
good.
perfect.
Yeah, I'm still trying to. I'm on my second laptop. I'm waiting until after Christmas to go try to get a new laptop. I've been trying to do a live stream, but my one computer crashed. This one's just barely hanging on. But because I wanted to, you guys have a GoPro camera yet?
We do not.
Not yet.
That's still something that's on our wish list. Still.
Yeah. Now, what? Yeah. But when you do, I'm going to do a review on it. Now, I got a Hero 8 here.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at getting.
What I did is I found, I got the Hero 9 now, but I found a thing where, you go out and you always got you're trying to hold it, or what I did is, and this works for the Gooby tripods, you'll get something with GoPro, but I found something, Heather, that it's a magnet.
I like
right?
that.
Yeah, no, wait, I'm not done yet. This is pretty cool, and I'm going to do a review. Now, this is a GoPro tripod, but it goes into a stick. Now, watch this. These are rare earth magnets. Okay. It comes with a lanyard. And what you do is, if I can get this off of here a second, I like it so far, but I want to take it out in the real world. You don't have to. It comes with a lanyard, and I'm going to tilt this down a little bit. What you do is you can stick this under your shirt or whatever, and see it?
Oh, I like that.
That is so cool.
Yeah, and and you can move it around. You can put it in a backpack. I mean, it's cool, and you don't have to. You can walk around because you're not walking around too.
They're earth magnets.
Oh, okay, they're earth magnets.
Yeah, it's called snap mounts. It's on Google. This was like 16, and then they got a pad because you can actually clamp it through the glass on your windshield, or like me, I did it on my golf cart. It'll hold up to about 95 miles an hour on a car. Not that I'm going to put it on the car, but it's a trick. I bought this because if I want to do this and I'm walking, then I can just go pop it off.
Yeah.
No,
that's awesome.
You can go back and forth. So, but it's for anybody. It's only certain model GoPros, but for anybody that has one, something to look into. It's really cool.
Definitely gonna have to have the tutorial list.
And it's not, but it's snap mounts. Just go on because it really holds. I didn't try it on a hat yet or anything like that. But anyway.
Huh. That's really cool.
But barbecue, like you said, Mike Loveless does. Mike has actually a side business. he has one of these huge pull behind smokers that like Dwight was talking about.
Yeah,
Yes.
And
that's
then
exactly what the people here do.
yeah.
And barbecue is awesome.
I just bought a new master built smoker. It's charcoal. It's gravity fed. I used to have an electric one. You can grill on it and you can smoke, but it uses basically, I use lump charcoal, but it's gravity fed. So I can just turn up the temperature, and I've got some great cooks off of it so far. So
That's
turkey
awesome.
and chicken.
So you'll have some ready for us when we come up, right?
Yeah. And I mean, yeah. And well, I'll just put a Boston butt on that. Usually Boston butts, it depends. Tennessee use a lot of wood, hickory up there. Down here in Florida, we have friends that own a place up in Ruskin. Hickory's harder to come by if you're cooking in quantity.
Right.
It's just not available. And like Tennessee, they use a lot of hickory wood up there. So, certain wood imparts certain flavor. So once you start doing it, you know what goes best with what wood.
Yeah.
Well, I know that I've had a lot of things that are smoked with the hickory, so I do know what the hickory wood does taste like. So I mean, if that's mainly what Tennessee's like,
I mean,
it's not bad. It does add its own flavor.
Yeah, you can actually put too much smoke on something too. You can over smoke it that there's too much smoke flavor, because you see these pictures with the nice crust. That's actually called a bark. Like you said, Heather, you get that fat and juice, and you got to run the right temperatures to render fat out. And that's where a lot of your juices come from. But I'm from Pennsylvania. Barbecue up there was hamburger. So when I came south, it's like, what's this? And
are you from the Pittsburgh area?
No, actually, I'm from outside of Philadelphia.
Okay.
I'm from
Allentown. You have kind of a Pittsburgh accent.
Well, we're up in that neck of the woods. They call them Dutchies because it's a very heavily Germanic area. I really didn't know why. I didn't know what my last name was. My dad didn't have good, so anybody that does this genetic stuff, well worth it. I did 23andMe, and it came back. I didn't know where my dad was from. It came back that my dad was Germany.
Wow.
His side,
I really want to try that.
Oh, it's worth it. I mean, I did it. My wife did it. My daughter finally did it. When she did hers, you all have to do it with the same company. When my daughter did hers, it came back. It showed Pam as her mother, and it showed Pam's sister as her aunt. So it's pretty cool. If you really want to see something, I don't know if it's available. It's called The Genetic Detective. It was a short series on ABC where she uses genealogy to solve crimes. If you can find it, go watch it. It's awesome.
Just by
genealogy, because Michelle Bone was talking about that. She's been talking to Krista Wamhoff, because Krista's into that genealogy. Because I had a Michelle Bowen come up on my fourth cousin, and I got a hold of Michelle. I said, we might be related. So,
that's so cool.
It's like, so we had a good laugh about it, but because she's from Jersey, Pennsylvania area, so. But it's interesting. It's well worth it. So where did you guys come from, Dwight? Were you always in Florida?
Well, no. I was born and raised in Northern Virginia, so right outside DC.
Okay.
And we moved down here just about 6 years ago.
Cool. Well, we came down about 6 years ago. Yeah. I was getting ready. I was a couple of years short of retirement. I said, let's go to Florida. And I was down here for a week. Got a job, spent 2 years working, said, okay, time to retire. And I did.
And the west coast of Florida is the best, without a doubt.
Oh, absolutely. I had a friend that lived over in Kissimmee. As much as I came down to Disney in 1975. Disney was the Magic Kingdom. There was no Orlando per se airport. It was a Quonset hut.
Yeah.
That's what your terminal was to go fly to Disney. We flew down in 1975, and you got off one of those. There was no jetways or anything, no shuttles. You got one of those things that they rolled up to the plane, and that's how you got off. And it was a Quonset hut. So I saw Kissimmee grow. Margaret lived in Kissimmee when I went to visit her a couple of years ago. It's like, what a dump this area turned into.
Mm-hmm.
And it really did. It just
So
but I'm like you,
we-
Dwight. I like to.
Yeah. We used to vacation all the time. My parents had a timeshare in Daytona Beach. So we would always come down in January. That was our week to come down and be in Florida. So always look forward to that. And I said to myself, one day I'm going to live in Florida. I'm not going to stay in Virginia forever. And then my parents retired. Then they moved to Florida, and they actually live right down the street from us. They moved to Florida, and I was like, oh, you know what? We talked it over and said, let's do it.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. And it came pretty easy because they took the kids over summer, so it gave us a chance to kind of get everything packed up
and look for a job.
Yeah.
I was able to find a job pretty quickly down
good.
here. That was nice.
Yeah. Because I came down here in, 2007, 8, something like that, to actually work at a power plant at Tico up in that's outside of Tampa. And I like the area. And I said to Pam when I went back, I said, if there's any area, I'm coming down to this area, the West Coast. I don't like the Atlantic side. I grew up in PA, but we went to the Jersey Shore. And Lucy and Bill over at MGM, they know a lot of the haunts in the Jersey Shore that I used to go to. So we talk about it. And I just, the Atlantic Ocean's colder. It's rougher. I'm just not a big fan of the Atlantic side. Like you said, Sam, where you're at, I have friends. Actually, he's down in Fort Myers, Cape Coral area. He just bought a travel trailer, and he's going to keep it there during the winter time. So
that's where we are. So
yeah, and I think his son's a cop for Cape Coral or something like that. So, but they live in Frostburg, Maryland. So that's like near the Eastern Continental Divide. They really get hammered with snow. I don't miss the snow, Dwight. So
no, gosh, me either.
Here's the thing. I'm good with the first snow, like the first significant amount of snow, and then I'm done with it. I'm done for the year.
Yeah.
I'll look at it on the TV screen. That's about as good as close to it as it will be.
And the beaches that we went to were Ocean City and Virginia Beach, which we spent a lot of time in Ocean City. We used to go there twice a year, at least twice a year.
But like some of the places down here, they're on the West Coast, like Siesta Key. What's the one down near you guys? Sanibel, Anna Maria up near us. They're not over. Yeah. They didn't commercialize.
One of my favorite beaches up there is Minnesota Key.
That's nice.
AKA the Shark Tooth Beach or whatever. And I was telling Larry from Plum Travelers that he's gonna have to go up there one day just to.
He collects them, right?
Yeah, just to come up there and collect them.
Yeah, because I got a friend that comes down here for shells because she's a shell nut. So she said I want to move down here, but my husband likes the mountains. So it is what it is.
Yeah, there's no mountains here.
So what's your feelings on with the cruise restarting?
I have a feeling it's still. I have a feeling it's still going to be delayed. Probably won't see cruising start till I would say either
March.
Late spring.
I say March.
Probably late spring.
Yeah,
right.
That's what I'm thinking. Because, like I said, it's just all the stuff that everybody puts out there, this is what's going to happen. We haven't, and with us working at the Port of Tampa, we haven't heard anything from our employer.
Mm-hmm.
And they supply peer agents to Port Canaveral, Fort Lauderdale, Jacksonville, Miami. We've heard nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely, positively nothing about, some channels we don't know yet. I'm not worried about getting on.
Well, see, and here's the thing. I think you guys would be one of the first people to know because the ships have to go somewhere.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing, too, is, Tampa's going to be probably one of the last ports to get ships back in. But the way the rules read is they got to do a test cruise out of that port.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because the port staff, meaning us, we have to go through the protocols to get you guys on board.
Right.
And see, here's the thing.
I just wanted to say hi to Ronnie real quick, but go ahead.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie.
So I know that we talked about this a little bit on Papa Moses Live one day, and what I was mentioning before, which I think is, I still stand very strongly beside this, is people are going to expect you, get in, be like, oh, well, I'm supposed to board at 4. Well, I'm going to board at, 11, and it's not going to happen, and they're going to make you go away, and
people are going to get upset.
It's so much more than just cruise ship things changing.
Well, see,
it's ports and how people are boarded and how people are debarked and how the luggage is taken.
See, Heather, you hit it right on the nose. Because one of the channels came out today and said, oh, we're going to have it streamlined. Royal and Carnival already had tablets when we were still working there yet. So the whole thing there is your online documentation, if you can get that filled out. Now, I don't, like Princess has it, and if you had a passport, you could scan everything through your phone, through an app. And when you get to the port, you get a medallion. Actually, Pam got it a month before she went. Everything was in that medallion. Everything. Mm-hmm. She walked up there, boop, and you were on the ship. That's what's going to probably evolve to. But like you said, Heather, okay, Heather and Dwight, welcome to Tampa. Your check-in time is, please. Oh, it's 2:00. Dwight, it's 11:30. You'll have to come back at 2.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not coming back. And, like you said, Heather, where are all these people going? It's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
You just know it. It's
like I said, it's also the luggage. Like all these people are trying to get their luggage and stuff, and it's going to be, are they going to take the luggage? Are they going to, there's so many things that have to change other than, are they going to have the buffet or not? And
and you're absolutely correct. I'm sure they'll fumigate the luggage. We're going to know more. We're going to be part of it once they resale. But it's like, are people going to abide by the regulations? And how much are they going to enforce it? Like I said, if your check-in is until 2:00 and you show up there at 11:00, then all of a sudden Heather and Dwight pitch a fit in line. Well, we're just going to stay here. There's a whole thing to, then all of a sudden you have, like you said, you're going to have people starting to jam up. And it's just not a Tampa. Each port's going to be unique. Each one of them.
Yeah. And it's going to be harder on the smaller ports.
Yeah. And you brought up another. Now, you've been on enough cruises. How is it on embarkation day when people are getting off the ship? It's like zone 6, zone 5. Well, everybody's jamming the hallways, jamming the stairs, jamming the elevators. Think about that for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's, they're going to streamline the boarding process. What about getting off?
Yeah, and they're going, you get your picture taken, you get, there's so many other venues and things that you would do, all that's going to have to be either gone or regulated in a sense. And then it's like, how much time do you have to go get your picture taken? Is there a lot of the time for that?
One thing I do like about Royal Caribbean is they allow you to online check-in with taking your picture. So you don't have to worry about that when you get to the port. They already have it. I did not see Carnival do that when we went on Carnival.
Mm-mm. No, they're not there yet with it. Eventually, Dwight, I think they'll evolve into it.
Yeah.
But that because we were getting tablets where you and Heather would come up, you'd give me your last name, I'd punch it in there. Some people, and like you said, some people's pictures are already there. Then they say, okay, welcome in. Then you go in, and then you get your stuff, and then that's what it's going to evolve with.
Yeah. And another thing is, I think all the cruise lines are going to have to evolve to what Royal Caribbean's already pretty much done, is having the muster drill in the room.
Yeah. Also, and I think another thing that may change that people aren't taking into consideration is the time the ship leaves the port. Because there's going to be extra steps to restocking the ship, and the protocols they're going to have to take in that as well. The spacing out of everything's going to end up taking longer because the ship's got to come in. Those people have to come off. They have to clean those cabins. They have to sanitize everything before they can even think about bringing people on.
You may not be in your room at 1 o'clock anymore.
Yeah, you might not leave until 6 o'clock in the afternoon instead of 4.
And I agree with you, Heather. That 4 o'clock, we talked to our fellow workers there, and a lot of us, even our peer manager, said he foresees that instead of the 4 o'clock debark, that's not going to be a norm anymore. It could be 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
I believe that's true.
Because they can make up that time. They might have to take it off here and there at a port, but they can make that time.
Or they're just going to have to go a bit faster, and then again that eats the time up from or the money up from the gas.
And same thing coming off. It's going to be because here's what really happens when a ship comes back in. We have to get to what they call zero count. What that means is where people, hey, thank you, enjoy your trip, then they boop, and then you get off. That's all electronically. When they say, okay, we got zero count, then what happens is then we turn around into the boarding mode. That's going to take longer. What about customs? What about baggage? What about
the people doing back-to-backs? So like all those people have to come off. And
you're probably going to have to come off and go through. Well, I don't even know if they're going to let back-to-backs.
Right now, I know when cruising resumes, they're not going to allow back-to-backs right away.
Because
that may be on hold along with 8 days or more.
Yeah, because somebody, a fellow agent, said that she had a client that they tried to book back to back on Princess, and they said nope, ain't gonna happen, and that was it.
Okay. So well,
and Sherry just confirmed back-to-backs are not allowed right now, which I figured. Back-to-backs are not allowed, and that's just going to be the way it is until you get some type of normalcy where
it's not going to be normal. It's going to be there's type of normal.
There's not going to be. It's not going to be like it was when you.
It will never be pre-mambo.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, can it be done? Yes. Because even when we were on the very last sailing of the Paradise coming out of Tampa, we were on the last one, and they were already self-serving at the buffet. Not self-serving. They were plating the food for you. They were doing this for you. There wasn't an issue. Sanitizing. Can it be done? Yes. If people behave, yes.
We were on the Paradise 3 months before it got shut down. So we were on this time last year.
But, it's like, because we were on there and said, hey, guys, don't come to work down at Royal on Sunday because they're shutting cruising down.
I will say Royal has been always, when we went on Royal, it was, you get that whole washy, happy, because they are very sanitize everywhere, every time, sanitize. But when we were in Carnival, not one person
they don't care.
Sanitize.
Yeah, now when we were in the Paradise, they had people there. It's like wash your hands. They had people posted, and that's like you said. It's cruising going back to normal, like you said, Dwight. Not like it used to be.
No,
they're gonna be way more.
And here's the thing: I'm okay with them serving my food at the buffet. I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I wish it would have been like that from the get-go.
I agree.
And someone who has food allergies, I love this idea because I know that if I go to the bar and or the buffet, and I'm going to go up and get eggs and bacon or whatever
There's no
it may
bread
be.
mixed in the bacon.
There's no bread. Nobody has picked up the biscuit and dropped it in the bacon, and I have to risk that,
Yeah.
So I personally love this idea.
Yeah, it's just going to be, and once we start sailing again, where did they cut corners? They're going to cut corners here and there.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
What's going to be missing?
And then when sailings do resume, what are the sailings going to be? Are they going to be to private islands, or are they going to try to go to these ports that they're supposed to be going to? That's the question. What's going on, Rafi?
Okay, hold on. Let me go in here real quick. Tyler's been posting a bunch of things. He says, I say summer, the ships will start to sail. I read that the app may be required for RCL. RCI, that's what I meant to say. In Singapore, RCI is making folks wait in their cabins before they get called. Sherry says, not even side by sides. Tyler said, I also know that RCI did send emails to folks saying they moved sail away from Marina until
on Mariner.
My computer's way over here. Okay. On Mariner until 6 or 7. See, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be later.
Sherry says, Caribbean Oasis of the Seas is the cleanest ship I have ever been on, for sure.
I will second that with Allure. Allure was very clean.
Oh yeah, it's very. I mean,
there's just so many. We're focusing too many. A lot of people are just focusing what's going to happen on the ship. It's like you said, Heather. The logistics of making the whole thing happen is
it's got to start. It's got to start at the port.
Yeah,
that's where it's got to start.
That's where it starts and ends.
Right.
What happens on the ship? Everybody. Oh, what's going to happen? Yeah, I agree, Dwight.
I'm sorry. When we were getting off of the Paradise, it was a complete disaster. I mean, it was the most
clustered fuck ever. I mean,
it was really bad. It was bad on the ship, and it was bad off the ship. Now, I will say, getting on in Tampa, I know it's not going to be the same now, but getting on in Tampa was a breeze.
Oh, it was the easiest thing in the world. It was literally like, you walked, kept checking in, you're set, you're good, you're gone. It was like nothing. Getting off.
Yeah, and like you brought up a point, Heather, now you sailed out of Tampa or any other port, you walk into that terminal, and if you get there at the right time, you got all these people sitting alongside each other. That's another point. I think that's going to go away.
Yeah, you won't have that.
I don't think, and maybe this is what I'm perceiving, we'll know more, is like you said, Heather, they're going to move the boarding time later, and they're going to avoid that terminal crush in there, and that the ship will actually be ready to board, that you come in there and off you go and you're on the ship, rather than parking all those people out there. I don't know yet. We'll know more.
And another thing that I think with customs, I think they're going to have to have more of them, more agents, more of everything, because they're going to have to get through it pretty quickly to get everybody off and through. And customs is a big thing, so it's not like they're going to cut that corner, it's not like they're going to just be like, whatever. They're, it's customs, But where I think they're going to cut the corners, you missed. Where I think they're going to cut the corners is, I think it's going to happen in the crew of the ship. I think it's going to be less people in the shows, or less people, taking, bars and whatnot. I think it's gonna be affected in the amount of crew, because they're gonna have to already shift people. And I think this is where it's gonna be sly. They're shifting people more so to that buffet, and I think everybody's focusing on that buffet. So I think by them shifting crews, the crew members around, I think they're going to start removing some of the crew members, because people are going to already be like, okay, well, this is changing. So let's change it, and we're going to cut costs. We're going to cut this because we've got to make all this up. People aren't going to notice it too much because they're going to say, okay, well, at least we're back cruising. They took the crews from here to put them over here. So it's not really like they're losing crew. Maybe they're just shifting people around. But what I think they're going to do is I think that's where it's really going to get cut. I think it's going to be in their extras. I think it's going to be like in their shows and whatever maybe. I think that's where their costs are going to cut. Maybe they might cut costs in a little bit areas like what kind of alcohol they get or where they get it from. There might be like distributor type thing costs and things like that. But I think the cost is going to be is in their crew staff.
Sherry says one thing I didn't like on Royal is they wouldn't let us go to our wouldn't let us go put up our carry-ons in our room until the rooms were cleaned.
They need a better system. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've never had any cruise line be able to let you do that. I know MSC didn't. They didn't let us.
Even with priority boarding, we didn't get to do that.
No, and on Carnival, they didn't let us do it either. So I don't know what's going on with that.
No, we don't hear you.
No sound.
No sound.
Uh-oh. Did you hit the mute by accident? No? Yeah, you're muted. There you go.
There you go.
Okay. Customs. The cruise lines pay for the customs officer.
Yep.
So like here at Norwegian, they're cheap. They only want to pay for so many officers. They don't care. So they're not. That's not a freebie, and the government provides. So if Norwegian only wants to pay for, let's say, 6 and they need 10, that's all it's going to happen.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to take these other people and shift things around. I think a lot of people are going to, because you have to think those vendors, when you first come in, those spots that crowd people up, I think they're going to end up cutting a lot of those out. Where they're saving that money, they're probably going to put that towards more of the agents or whatever it may be to get that flow quicker out. Because debarkation is a hassle, and I've been to many ports that it's always the worst. It's the worst to debark because there's no real order, and I think that's going to be where CDC and everybody else is going to look at. Okay, well, everything else worked great, but your debarkation process, they're crowded. They're too full. There's too much of this. There's no social distancing.
You came through Tampa, and no matter what the biggest issue is there. And I've noticed because I had to work a couple times early when the ship came is the people with self-assist.
Yeah.
That jammed everything up. Once we got people that were picking up baggage down in the baggage hall, that went pretty good. But self-assist, that got jammed up. It was just like, but that was created on board the ship by not controlling the people.
Yeah.
And Sherry says, so if it takes longer to clean your rooms, then you'll be lugging your carry-ons for even longer. On Royal Carnival, always let us take our carry-ons to the room before the room was ready. They didn't let us. I don't know why they didn't let us.
I don't know.
But I mean, carry-ons, you just might be stuck with them unless you're gonna send them to be. Yeah.
And then I know you guys are getting close to the hour, Heather. And the other thing is, I want your feelings on it. Do you think they're going to make any cuts in the food that Dwight can't get, and Dwight and Richie can't get 6 lobster tails and 3 prime ribs at the meal? Yeah. I mean, how much wastage is there in food on a cruise ship? It's a huge factor.
It's a huge amount.
I think it'll be where I don't think they're going to really limit the food that you get like in the main dining or whatever it may be. I think they're going to limit the amount that they put on your tray as you go up to the buffet. I think that's where they're going to cut that. Because they're not going to be like, where we would just be like, oh, I really like this. We get to the table and we're like, yeah, maybe not so much. They're going to be like, okay, here's a scoop for you. You want more? You can come back and get more. Yep. I think that's where they're going to cut the food cost down. or like I said before, I think it's going to be in their distributors. Like they might find a cheaper distributor for those lobster tails instead of paying, $5 per tail. They're going to pay $3 per tail.
Just for example, years ago, Carnival, a steak you got at main dining room was a New York strip. What do you get now? A flat iron.
Yeah, and that could be the other thing, like the quality per se, but I don't think the quantity will change too much except for at the buffet. I think the quantity they'll still allow, like in the main dining room, if you order 3 steaks, I think you're going to still get 3 steaks because that goes along with the all you can eat, But I think, like you said, the quality, I think the distributors, I think a lot of that's going to come into play, and I think where they're going to really cut down on the food costs will be at that buffet.
I see Sherry put Royals disembark was so smooth. We walked right off the ship with self-assist, no issues. See, we usually self-assist ourselves, but I'll tell you what the problem was in Tampa. There was sort of a handicap lane, and this one, there was this one, maybe 2 other people with this handicap person.
There was one
with a wheelchair.
Yeah, there was one lady with the wheelchair,
Yeah,
one person pushing the wheelchair, and one person carrying the bags.
Right.
And then literally like 30 other people
said we're with
jumped
them.
on and said we're with them. Jumped right out of line, just said they were with them. And I'm like, really? Totally blew past everybody because they could. So
getting off the ship, yeah. Because they have, like you said, they do have a lane on that deck up there that's for wheelchairs.
Yeah, and
we try to do
this wheelchair.
And certain things there's escalators there. We have escalator rules. You have people that, if you have too many bags, we got to send you to the elevator because those escalator teeth are sharp. They will tear you up. Going up or going down. Because I almost got pushed down an escalator because the guy had these 2 huge bags and said, "Hey." So, okay, guys, thank you so much. I know Lila, you're welcome
for coming up. Thank you for coming on. I really enjoyed this. Y'all enjoyed
coming on, and
I appreciate
so you guys. Hey, give me a message sometime if you get up this way, and maybe we can hook up or something.
Absolutely.
Sound good?
Up for it.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, Rich. All right. Well,
that was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for Rich for being here.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I love getting into those in-depth conversations. That right there was what we like for our Tuesdays. Just really getting into the conversation.
And guys, if you want to join us on these Tuesdays, do it.
Do it. Join in.
Come in, join in, just like Rich
I was
did.
kind of half expecting Tyler to because he was really into the conversation as well.
Tyler was doing good.
And Sherry, even if you want to jump on, you were putting in a lot of input as well.
Sherry, you could have jumped on, especially being the travel agent.
Right?
You know a little bit more than we do, so.
Get a different perspective.
Absolutely.
So maybe next Tuesday we'll get some more people on. But we really enjoyed you guys coming out. We're gonna pop over to Lolita Loca. Tyler, I don't know if you could pop that link in for me for Lolita Loca. That'd be great.
Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure you join us on Facebook and Twitter at UsandMoreYT. Our Facebook group page, the Us and More Extended Family. Join us there as well. And our awesome swag at teespring.com/usandmore. I'm sorry, /stores/usandmore.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Hop over to Lolita Loca.
Very good.
And did you get that up there?
Huh?
Were you getting it up there?
No.
Okay. Hopefully Tyler will pop it in real quick. All right, guys.
No, that's cool.
Yeah. Thank you, Tyler.
If you don't know where Lolita Loca is.
He got it. We're good. All right, you guys, this is Us and Where We're living life to the fullest. Bye, guys.
See you Friday.